When I used to come my earlier days, my first trip I was here 10 months, second trip, third trip, fourth trip, fifth trip, probably about 3 months each. Most times now with my son though, I get to come 2 months in a row. He's come actually every year since I was pregnant. In 2010, I was 6 months pregnant, I came with him. And every trip since then, he's come to India with me when I come. It's getting a little more tricky because I can't leave him for 2 or 3 months at a time. And my shala too suffers a little bit when I'm gone, so it's a lot different and a lot harder than it used to be before owning a shala to come, but it's nice when we can. I'm really lucky. I have an amazing child who loves to travel, and he really seems to enjoy experiencing different cultures and stuff. So, but I've also really exposed him to that, so he looks forward to coming back. We do all kinds of stuff and the days fly by, but yeah, we just enjoy each other's company, and that's one thing that's really important to me, because when I'm home, I'm working, I'm teaching workshops, or I'm managing the shala, and I only get, the evening time with him for the most part, and early morning time, so here I get all day, and it's really special, and it means a lot to me, and I'm also excited about exposing him to this other culture and this other way of life, because I do feel like it's going to help him be a much better, more well-rounded individual. There's a decent, I have, my friend Harmony has her little boy here, Jediah, and I recently met another family from Miami. They have a little boy named David. So every trip there's usually a handful of children here that we get to play with, and we'll have play dates and things, and then I'm really good friends with a few Indian families here in Mysore that have kids, so Caden gets to be exposed. But in terms of the community, it's growing. People are getting less afraid to bring their children. People are getting more comfortable about the idea of this grand adventure with their kids. He's very exposed to the community of yoga and my shala and the practice of yoga, and he's always seen me practice. Even before he started coming to the shala, I would make a point at least one day on the weekend, like on Sundays, to practice at home with him, so that he could see that this is mommy's time and this is important and this is a part of my life. And he's very, very, he's a little yogi. I don't force it on him by any means, but when he feels like playing around with yoga, he does, and he has fun. We've been open since 2009, the end of 2009, and we kept growing. So we're looking for a larger space right now. Yeah, it's a really fun, exciting time for me, but it's also a little bit stressful, because I love my shala. We've been there for 6 years now, and the idea of moving into a larger space is exciting, but also a little bit sad. Right now, one of the reasons I want to expand, in addition to the fact that we need a larger space, is to have a room for kids, like a childcare room. So it reminds me, Guruji used to always, every conference, talk about, have 13 children, I want you to have lots and lots of kids, and I remember back then not thinking I really ever was going to have children. I didn't think I could. So Caden was not only a miracle, but also kind of changed my entire perception of what I expected my life to be. So my first trip was 2006. I was here 10 months. It was amazing. It was extremely life-changing. I'd met Guruji the year before in New York during his tour, and I really knew then that I wanted to come study with him. My dad passed away when I was really little, and I've never really had a father figure or a man to look up to in life. And when I met Guruji, it was there was something about his energy, but there was also something about this fatherly figure that I was wow, you're amazing, and your energy's amazing, and I really yearned then to kind of start coming to India. So I just saved up and worked and saved. Yeah, I was in my early 20s, and I didn't own a house, I didn't own a shala, I didn't have a kid. When I went back, I was dead broke, and it went like that for years, just worked to make enough money to get back here. It really kind of went that way until I got authorized in February of 2009. And Guruji and Shrat told me to go open a yoga shala in Orlando, and I remember asking Shrat, I went back to his office, and I said, can I just rent space out of a studio? And he specifically said, no, I want you to open a shala. And I cried. I wasn't ready. I didn't think I was ready to open a shala. I wasn't ready, I didn't want to really plant roots. And at the time, my boyfriend, at that point, we were together for 7 years. He was ready for me to come home and plant some roots. And interestingly enough, I started a little program, and then in August of 2009, I signed a lease to the space we're in now, and the day later, I found I was pregnant with my son. So it was just sort of God's way of being like, oh, we're gonna get you grounded. We're gonna get you all set up through here. So now I own a home, I have a child, I own a shala, and life is way different. Yeah. But I really cherish the times that I got to come. Like 2006, I got to spend so much time in Mysore at the shala, really got to see Guruji teaching and practicing with him. And with Shrat and Saraswati, all of them were always in the room helping and assisting. And you really got to spend time talking with your teachers here then. It was a really special experience.